Alright, I wasn't planning on giving a crimping tutorial, but here we go. So this is how you set up the connector that you'll have to make on your car. So this is the generic crimping instructions. The main thing is where to crimp, where not to crimp, and the fact that the yellow part goes on the wire and it's kind of crimped on with the big wings. First thing you do is push on the yellow connector. Push that on first, then strip the wire back. I strip the wire back and then I fold it over. Fold it over there a little bit so you have a little bit more wire to crimp on. Now the end of the yellow, and then push the yellow connector all the way up to the end of the insulation, and then it's gonna go right like that. So the yellow part is gonna go into that widest part of the connector. Now you're gonna have to grab that part of the connector and squeeze it a little bit. Squeeze it a little so that it holds and it'll stay in there on its own. And then what you're gonna need is a crimper. The easiest way is to use a crimper, and the correct size is the biggest one on this set, which is that 1 millimeter, this one over here. And then also you notice that when closed, there's one side that's a little bit smaller than the other side. When you look to the bigger side, see how you can see the notch there? So this is the bigger side. This side gets the yellow end. This side, the smaller side, gets the connector end. Because this side needs to crimp tighter. So it crimps the wire tighter than the insulation. Also, the ears go on the curved side. See that the side with the lettering? The ears will face up to that, so that when it crimps them, it curls those ears in, so that after it crimps it, it'll look like that. So see the ears on the top one facing down, on the bottom one they're facing up, how they curl around when you crimp them. You can also kind of try to do that with needle nose pliers and get an okay result, but the crimping tool is the best thing. Another thing you can do is kind of crimp those over and then just solder them. So you can also solder them here, but the problem is you're going to end up melting the waterproof thing here. So really it's best to crimp them. And then also when you crimp this, you want to make sure that you're crimping just this ear and this ear, and not this ear. So this is the part that holds it in the connector. So the pliers will end up being, it's hard to get in the picture here, but hold on, I'll stick one in and show you. Hold on one sec. Here, so now you can see those ears that catch are on the outside, and only the 2 sets of ears that grab the wire and the insulation are inside the tool. And then you got to carefully pull it out. You don't want to bend the connector because it's in there kind of tight. Push on it from both sides. Then you get a nice crimp. Then all you do, once you get all 4 of those connected, you push them in. I forget which side. The instructions said it somewhere, I think. Here we go. So the ears go towards the clip, so like this. So ears up. So if I was to push that in like that, it would snap in. I don't want to snap it in because it'll waste this connector. So that snaps in there, and then this red piece here pushes into the end. Oh no, that's for the other ones. Sorry. The red piece is for the other side. No? Where's that piece? Oh, I didn't put it on this one. That's right. The red piece goes into this end. One sec. I don't have a 4-pin one handy, but here's a 3-pin one. That red piece just slides in like that over the opening here of this for a 4-pin one. The 4-pin one is included. I just don't have one handy. So anyway, this is how you make the connector. Now, you will need to make the connector with 4 wires coming from your vehicle. These wires are not included. They do not have to be this color. They do have to serve this function. You need to have a switched hot, You need to have a ground. You need to have a tag light. So this is a positive. Sorry, a positive. It comes on with your tag light. You know, you can use your running lights, whatever, but it needs to turn on the tag light, and then your reverse. So these are the colors I use: blue for reverse, black for ground, switched hot, and hot tag light. These are the colors of the wires of the pigtail I have coming out of the one. If you've got a pre-built kit for me, you will need to provide the car end of these, which plugs into the car end of the plug, and this will plug into the plug sticking out of the pre-built system.